Hello and welcome back to our useful rare words series. And today I've got a couple good ones for you. Good ones that I think mean things that are quite opposite to each other. And the words, of course, are rapscallion and sagacious. And of course, rapscallion is an adjective, and sagacious, rapscallion is a noun, and sagacious is an adjective, so they can't exactly be called antonyms to each other since they're different parts of speech, but they do refer to people who are quite opposite to each other. And by opposite, I mean as opposite as the cat in the hat and the fish in the bowl, to give you a little literary reference to that. And so let's first talk about rapscallion. Like I said, rapscallion is a noun. And if you know anyone who is really joyful and playful and full of mischief, um, you might as well call them a rapscallion because that is the word for them. And so when I think of rapscallions, I think of pranksters and people like that. Like, for example, if you have a bunch of, excuse me, sorry, I'm still a little bit sick. Trying not to trying not to cough or sneeze on camera too much, but it can't be helped. Anyway, so for example, who could we describe as rapscallions, as being rapscallions? Let's say if there's a bunch of kids, they're really being rapscallions if they are setting off fireworks behind somebody's motorcycle, so that person keeps thinking that the motorcycle is backfiring. That would be rapscallions. It would do stuff like that. And when I think of rapscallions that we all know, I think, of course, of plenty of fictional characters like Bugs Bunny, with all the tricks he's always playing on Elmer Fudd and Yosemite Sam, etc. He can certainly be called a rapscallion. And also, what comes to mind is Bart Simpson. He's pretty prankster like, and of course that's why I put the image of him doing the crank phone calls, right? And of course Beetlejuice I might consider in the rapscallion realm, but he's hard to really peg for sure because he's demonic as well. So it's not just joyful and mischievous, but he's got, well, if you've seen the movies, then you know he has some bad intentions of his own. And for me, the biggest rapscallion of all, from all the children's books that comes to mind, is the Cat in the Hat. Right, the Cat in the Hat. He was always up to mischief, and so were thing one and thing two, his little rapscallions to go with him. Um, and and I would call him a scallion because he's very playful and mischievous, kind of up to no good just because it's super, super fun. And so, yeah, so that's a rapscallion. Bugs Bunny, Bart Simpson, the Cat in the Hat, just good examples of rapscallions. And so, again, that's a noun to describe, to refer to somebody who is very playful and very mischievous at the same time. So oftentimes a prankster we can call a rapscallion. Now, like I said before, these words are quite different in what they mean because a rapscallion is a good word to describe the Cat in the Hat. But the fish in the bowl, who, by the way, his name in the story is just the fish, but we all know him as the fish in the bowl because, well, you can see him in his little fish bowl there. he is really well described in the by the use of the adjective, which is the other useful rare word for today. And why is that? Because the fisher in the bowl was the voice of reason throughout this. He was more prudent and shrewd even. And that's what sagacious means. Sagacious, of course, it's an adjective, and you can describe somebody as being sagacious if they are pretty wise and they're always exercising really good judgment. Like if somebody's always making the right choice, using their wisdom to go ahead and do and make the choice that's really good, as opposed to reckless, then that person is easily described as sagacious. And so that's why I think that the fish in the bowl from the Cat in the Hat, that's a good adjective that comes to mind for him in my mind. And so, and where does the word come from? Well, the root is from Latin, the sag to begin with, sag. This is the same place we get the word sage from, and that meaning the herb, meaning wise. Someone who is wise can be described as sage or sagacious. And if their wisdom, of course, leads them to be very shrewd and prudent, then certainly sagacious is the exact right adjective for them. And so, yeah, so that's why I think sagacious is an adjective that describes the opposite of a rascal, someone who's really putting their thinking cap on and using all their wisdom and their knowledge to make good choices, not just because they want to do the fun thing, but they want to do what's right and what's safe. And so I tend to sort of side more and more with these sagacious types as I get older and older, of course. So thank you for watching about those two useful rare words. And again, they're very opposite to each other because a rapscallion is someone who is very playful in a mischievous way, whereas someone who is sagacious would never be doing that because they're going to make um, the right decisions by using their great judgment because that is their personality pretty much. So thanks again for watching these, and please do give this video a like, give it a thumbs up, and if you want to see anybody else to see them, and if you'd like to see anything more from my channel, please do make sure that you're subscribed, and that will go pretty far away towards making sure you get access to my videos, and you'll be able to always find my channel whenever you want it on YouTube. And so yeah, again, I'm looking forward to making another video about a slightly different topic to come out hopefully as soon as tomorrow. So yeah, I'm looking forward to talking to you again tomorrow. And until then, catch you around next time. Bye bye.